Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Bronx Basketball. Howdy, sports fans. We're courtside in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, awaiting the start of this afternoon's game between the Green River Wolves and the Jackson Hole Bronx. We'll have back-to-back girls and boys games for you right here on KZ95 with a simulcast at KUGR AM 1490, 104.9 FM. Welcome aboard, Green River fans. This afternoon's action brought to you by Century 21, Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates, Jackson Lumber, Jackson's original board store, High Country Linen, premier rental service for linens, uniforms, and entry mats, Wyoming Department of Transportation, keeping our highways safe, and the town square inns of Jackson Hole, including the Etler Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, and 49er Inn and Suites. Well, good to have you along with us. I'm Jake Nichols alongside Kimmy K. Mortons, doing camera, stats, color, and schlepping the equipment into the gym. Yeah, We got her doing a little bit of everything. Well, it's a great afternoon for basketball, and we're so happy to have you joining us. Let's dig in with this Lady Bronx game, scheduled a little bit late. We were going to tap at 1, but the prior games, the freshman and JV games, running just a little bit tardy, so we're about 6 minutes away from tap here in Jackson as we host the Green River Wolves. You look at the matchup, well, Coach Jason Huggins of the Jackson Bronx brings his team in here with a 1-14 record, 0-4 in quadrant, and currently ranked dead last in the 4A division in Wyoming, the 4A quadrant. I mean, it has not been the season the girls were hoping for. I know injuries. We don't want to make excuses. Injuries have been definitely a situation for Coach Huggins. If you look up and down the lineup for the Bronx, there's been injuries everywhere. Hyla Chatham has been unavailable for a game or two. Carson Breeding missed a game. Brooklyn Hills missed a bunch. So did Morgan Duckett with a concussion. Gracie Hardiman has had knee issues, also a concussion. And do we see her tonight?
Gracie,
this
yes.
afternoon? Okay, Gracie's. Yeah. She did play yesterday, but she's been just plagued with injury. Joe Smits, I think, has missed a game or two. J.C. Chatham had an ankle issue. Melissa Kusi has not played in more games than she's played in. We didn't see her last night. And Audrey and Caroline Flores have also missed, I think, one game. So it's been difficult for Coach Huggins trying to keep a healthy group on the floor, and it's going to get real difficult here as he's matched up with really the pride of the state in the 4A conference. These Green River Lady Wolves are just flat out good. From the get-go, they've been the top-ranked team and the team to beat. They've had a target on them all season long. Coach Rick Carroll brings his squad in with a 10-4 record, 4-0 in quadrant, currently ranked number 1 in the 4A, and they're on a one-game winning streak. They won in their last game. They won in their last game 53-30 against Evanston on February 18th. They got off to a slow start. They weren't shooting well, but then they just pulled away from the Evanston Red Devils. The all-time matchups between these two teams, they've met 15 times, and Jackson has won just 4 of those. The last Jackson Bronx victory goes back to 2018, a 50-44 win back in February 10th, 2018. So it's been a while since Jackson's been able to beat these Lady Wolves, and you got to think it might be a while longer. This is a tough draw for Jackson, and this is probably a preview of postseason play for both these teams when we get started in the playoffs on March 4th. These two teams likely to match up. Green River should finish number 1, although statistically, I think mathematically it's still possible for Green River to not be there. Star Valley may have something to say about that. The Evanston Red Devils as we get towards the end of the regular season, but I don't know if the Lady Bronx are going to be able to work their way out of the basement. So that would mean the number 4 seed would face the number 1 seed in the 4A Southwest. And currently, if we froze the standings today, that would be Green River, Jackson matching up in Green River on March 4th, 1 o'clock tap for that. And so It'll be 3 meetings in one season. That's a lot to ask of these poor Jackson Lady Broncs, who are not enjoying their best season, and Green River is going to prove to be very difficult to knock off here if possible. But we'll tell you some of the keys to the challenges presented by Jackson, what they have to do to get a win here, steal a win from Green River, and we'll talk and drill down a little bit more on our opponents, these Green River Wolves, and some of the things that they do well that they need to continue to do well as we head into the postseason. You're listening to the Bronx pregame show on KZ95 and KUGR Green River.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
Back again courtside, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and Jackson Hole High School Gymnasium awaiting the start of the first of 2. We'll have girls, boys back-to-back. Girls set to go here in just a minute or 2, and the boys immediately following. And once again, this is a simulcast on KZ95, your home of the Bronx, and our friends at Green River, the KUGR AM 1490, 1049 FM, joining us as well on this simulcast. And welcome aboard, Green River. You got a good basketball team, especially these ladies. When you look at the Jackson Broncs, I mean, obviously Carson Breeding, you need a big game out of the freshman. It's been a lot to ask of her, but she's been there for the most part, averaging 9.6-point games a night. Points a night. Audrey Forrest, the highest leading scorer for Jackson, averaging just over 11 points a game. And after that, it's score by committee. Gracie Hardiman comes in just shy of 4 points a game. For Green River, I mean, they're led by Katie Strauss. She's had a fantastic season, averaging 14.5 points a game. She shoots the 3-ball lights out from distance. Jackson's going to have to challenge her and not allow her open looks from the outside. Megan Counts also, you're going to hear her name a lot. She's a top rebounder on the team, averaging just shy of 10 points a game. Gabrielle Heiser, Kelsey Angelovich, they're all going to be mentioned quite a bit. And Tiana Crowder inside. The point totals don't really jump out at you, averaging just 3.3 a game, but the senior is very tough down low in the post and in the paint. And she's going to be a matchup for Gracie Hardiman and Carson Breeding down low for Jackson. Just about getting ready to start here. We'll have the national anthem. While we duck out, we'll come back with the starting lineups and the tap here in Jackson as Green River and Jackson get set to do battle here. Lady Bronx and the Lady Wolves on the home of the Bronx, KZ95 and KUGR.
Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates is proud to bring you live coverage of Jackson Hole High School basketball on KZ95 as a supporter of the relentless students and athletes in the area. Affiliated with the most recognized name in the real estate industry, Century 21 Jackson Hole provides unique listings, exclusive services, and exceptional results. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates will put their love for the area and lifetime of Jackson Hole knowledge and experience to work for you. Go to c21jh.com to view their listings or contact Ted Dawson, Ked Hobson, Denisha Anderson, and Dawson Smith at 307-732-8181 or email teamjh@c21jh.com. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates, find your place with them.
High Country Linen Service has grown with its state-of-the-art facility to be the premier rental service for linens, uniforms, and entry mats. High Country Linen also provides wholesale janitorial supplies, paper products, and earth-friendly cleaning supplies to Jackson Hole, Teton Valley, and beyond. Call 733-2638 or come see us at 355 North Glenwood. On the web at highcountrylinen.com.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
We're back here at Jackson, just getting the Green River Wolves starting lineups. The visiting Wolves will put on the floor Katie Strauss. I believe I see Darren Macy out there. Gabrielle Heiser, Megan Counts. Yes, Darren Macy's out there starting. For Jackson, it's Gracie Hardiman, Kelson Breeding, Joanna Smits, J.C. Chatham, and Audrey Flores, the starting five for the ladies. And for the Wolves, yes, it's Strauss, Macy, Counts, Heiser, and Crowder to start the game for head coach Rick Carroll and the Green River Wolves. We're set to get going here in Jackson. Just underway, and thank you for joining us. We're also live streaming, by the way. I'll explain how to find the live stream. I apologize, not on the website, not anywhere. Go to our Facebook page, Jackson Hole Radio Facebook page, and look for a post there, and the link should take you to the YouTube video of this game. I'll test that out. Ball, and it'll be Katie Strauss who passes to Crowder there on the pivot. Crowder hands the ball off to Heiser, and now over in the far wing, Katie Strauss gets it back. 3-ball from Darren Macy off the back of the rim, no good. J.C. Chatham with a rebound for Jackson. She hands off to Gracie Hardiman. Green River Wolves pressing here to start the game, and that's given Jackson some trouble, this full-court press. J.C. Chatham is trapped here, and a timeout. Huggins to save her. Otherwise, that would have been a 5-second violation as Green River was just smothered. The trap on J.C. Chatham will leave it here, assuming we got a 30-second timeout. 7:34, we're just underway. Green River got one look at the basket, and a 3-ball from Darren Macy just off the mark, off the back of the rim. No score, 7:34 to go in the opening frame. Jackson back out on the floor, and certainly Coach Huggins explained how they're going to have to beat this press. They're going to see it virtually all game long, I would imagine. Kelsey Breeding looks to inbounds here. Bounce pass to J.C. Chatham. Back to Breeding. Breeding is over the line with a pass to Joe Smith. She's got a 2-on-1. She'll take it herself, up and in. Joanna Smith starts the scoring here, and it's 2-0 Jackson. Green River with a basketball now. Pass inside to Tiana Crowder. Her left-handed layup won't go. It's short. Rebound Breeding. And Jackson with a 2-0 lead and the ball. J.C. Chatham now. Bounce pass intended for Hardiman. It's off the foot of Gabby Heiser and out of bounds. Jackson will retain possession. Lady Bronx up 2-0 against the best team in the state. Chatham ready to inbounds here. 7:04 to go in the opening frame. Hardiman gets the pass, turn around, little jump shot, 8-footer is strong, and a rebound. Green River coming the other way. Katie Strauss pulls up, thought about a 3, won't take it. Now Darren Macy says, I got it. Her shot is short, rebound put back, no good by Heiser, but Tiana Crowder is there with the third look at the bucket, and she's got it. Crowder with her first points, and we're tied at 2. J.C. Chatham again facing a double team in the backcourt. Her pass to Audrey Flores up to Joe Smits. Shot is blocked by Crowder. And now Green River comes back. Katie Strauss pushing it hard. Pass up to Megan Counts. She'll drive the lane. Left-handed layup is no good. Tie up Crowder and Hardiman. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Jackson. 2-2 in the early going. 6:21 in the first. And Carson Breeding will inbounds here. Full court press still on for these Green River Wolves. Bounce pass to Chatham. Lost the handle. Who had it last? She did. It'll be Green River ball. JC just bobbled it as she was guarded closely by Darren Macy, and the ball went out of bounds off JC's hands, so Green River ball. Here's Darren Macy, the junior. Inbounds pass to Gabby Heiser. Went high to get it. Pass inside to Crowder. Tiana up and in. And she's got all the points now for Green River. She's a presence inside, averaging only 3.3 a game. Seems to have big games against Jackson, though. Hardiman's pass intercepted by Darren Macy, and we're coming the other way again. Green River, Megan Counts pulls up, shot it right up and over Breeding. No good. Rebound, Joanna Smits. Joe takes it by herself. Heiser watching her. Out pass inside intended for J.C. Chatham, and that's picked off. Another turnover. Here comes Green River. Katie Strauss going to do it all by herself. Kicks it outside to Heiser. Now to Crowder. She'll try a 15-footer. No good. Rebound, Duckett. Morgan Duckett passes up to J.C. Chatham. Chatham cross court to Smits, who moves to Hardiman inside. Gracie puts it up. No good. Rebound, Darren Macy. Green River will push it hard now the other way. Megan Counts, left-handed layup up and in over the top of Joanna Smits. And Counts is on the board, and we got a 6-2 Green River game. And now a turnover and a fight for the ball. And a tie-up, and a possession arrow now favors the Wolves. Was on the floor with Gracie Hardiman and J.C. Chatham. Hyla Chatham checks in for Jackson. Still no substitutions for Green River. Looks like the original starting five there as Darren Macy sets to inbounds, the 5'9 junior. 6-2 Green River with 5:10 to go in the first. Passes to Megan Count. She'll try a long 18-foot jump shot. No good. Short. J.C. Chatham with a rebound. Chatham works it to Audrey Forrest. Back to J.C. Chatham in the backcourt. Facing pressure here, though, from Counts. They're looking to trap her, but she moves it up to her sister, Hyla Chatham. Hyla over to the baseline. Joe Smits now to the wing. Audrey, top of the key to J.C. Chatham. She'll drive the lane. Layup up too strong. Rebound fought for by Chatham and Macy wins the battle. And now turnover, Green River, palming the ball, carrying the ball there, Darren Macy. So Jackson gets it back. 4-point lead for Green River, 6-2. What are you shaking your head about? It's palming the ball, right?
Yeah. No. Just,
oh,
I'm not writing any of those down.
Oh, that's all right. Tie up here. Another jump ball as Hyla Chatham get tied up with Darren Macy, and Jackson has the arrow in their favor now. Joe Smits right in front of the scorer's table. Inbounds to Hyla Chatham. Hyla with Gabrielle Heiser guarding her. Now is trapped. Gets it to Joanna Smits. Smits stepped on the line out of bounds. Just did step on the baseline. Hyla was looking for it out as she was double teamed. She got it to Joel, but Smits had her foot on the baseline. Here comes Green River. They're up 6-2 with 4:20 to go in the opening frame. Katie Strauss with the ball. J.C. Chatham takes it away from her momentarily. Now Strauss finds it, works it inside to Tiana Crowder. She lost the handle and out of bounds. Jackson ball, they'll send in new recruits. Coach Huggins brings in Bailey Chamberlain and Morgan Duckett, replacing Hyla Chatham and Audrey Forrest. And Coach Carroll has tapped a couple of girls to get into the game here in a bit. It's Angelovich and somebody. Full court press on. Bailey Chamberlain's pass is deflected by Macy. J.C. Chatham tried to save it, but she went out of bounds. Sarah Wilson, Kelsey Angelovich check in.
Wilson and Angelovich into the game for Green River.
4 minutes to go. It's 6-2 Green River, a slow starting affair here in Jackson. Inbounds pass from Wilson to Katie Strauss. Katie with J.C. Chatham on her. Bounce pass to Heiser. Gabby has Chamberlain poking at the ball and now gets it to Wilson. Sarah Wilson over baseline to Heiser. She's almost out of bounds. Now saves it. Her layup is up and in. Gabrielle Heiser went from stepping out of bounds to a nice baseline layup. And it's 8-2. Duckett, her pass is knocked down by Counts. Gabby Heiser going to try another jumper. That's good. And Heiser quickly has 2 buckets in a row to make it 10-2 Green River. Bailey Chamberlain catches that pass. Lost the handle, however. And now We're going to get our first whistle, first foul of the game, as we're almost 4 minutes into this one, and we are 4 minutes in. Get our first foul. That's on
Strauss.
Katie Strauss, her first, team first, game first. Joe Smits will inbounds from the half court, finds Bailey Chamberlain. Chamberlain had the ball taken from her. She was holding it up over her head, and I think it was Katie Strauss did a flyby and knocked it right out of her hands and went out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Jackson. So it's Green River ball. Another substitution. Chamberlain checks out. Hyla Chatham checks back in. Here's Katie Strauss doing it herself. No, she hands off to Angelovich underneath. Her shot is blocked by Breeding. Here comes Carson the other way for Jackson. Carson Breeding pulls up. Megan reaches out and grabs the ball, and those two hit the deck. Megan Counts very good on defense. She's probably Green River's most physical player. Her and Crowder. Angelovich can be physical as well, but Megan Counts on defense is one tough ball player. Here's Heiser, gets a pick. She'll try a three, rattles in and out. Rebound is no good as Angelovich, the senior, tried to put back, but she got fouled on the way there. She'll go to the line. First foul on Jackson. And picking it up is
J.C. Chatham.
J.C. Chatham.
I said Chatham again. Man.
You making up the names. 2:51 to go in the first. Angelovich is in with the first one good. She's a 60% free throw shooter. Huggins sends in Emma Genzer to replace J.C. Chatham. And here's Kelsey's second shot, the 5'8 senior, averaging 5.3 points a game. Angelovich eyes it, fires it, and gets it. She's good with both of them. And here's more full court pressure here as Hardiman finds Hyla Chatham. She gets doubled. Back to Gracie Hardiman. Over to Joe Smits. Too long. 5 seconds to the backcourt. Or 10. How many seconds do they give him back?
I don't remember in the backcourt.
However many you get, they ran out of them.
Sorry.
So Green River forces the turnover with that pesky defense. There's a baseline three from Katie Strauss. She's off the mark. Rebound Joe Smits for Jackson. Talk about defense. This Green River team, we'll talk about their D in a bit. Here's Joanna Smith, Joe Smits, top of the key three is good. And Joanna Smith sparks life into the hometown crowd. That's her fifth on the afternoon. Here's a three, and there's the answer. Katie Strauss, smooth as silk, buries a top of the key three. That one was legit from the collegiate level. Here's Breeding. Carson Breeding, bounce pass over to Hyla Chatham. Hyla, top to the wing, Smits to the far wing, Hardiman. Now back to Hyla Chatham. Holds the ball over her head. Far side, Joe Smits. She'll try another three. Hot off that last one. It's good. And suddenly, Joanna Smits, 2 for 2 from distance as she is dropping dimes. 15-8 with 1:40 to go. Hyla Chatham stole a pass there, but out of bounds. Strauss was trying to get the ball to Gabby Heiser, but Hyla Chatham got a hand in there and knocked it out of bounds. Green River will reset. Counts checks out. Heiser out for Green River. It's Tiana Crowder with the basketball. Now a three-point shot from Strauss, no good, but look who's there for the putback. The board and the bucket, Tiana Crowder. And that's her 8th points. Sorry, her 6th point of the afternoon. Now a foul coming up on the Lady Bronx. We'll see what that's about. 17-8. Green River leads at 1:25 to go.
That wasn't a foul. They're just substituting.
Thank you. We haven't had many breaks in this first quarter. It's been rolling along. Here's Katie Strauss to Crowder. Now kicks it out to Angelovich. Her 18-foot jumper in and out, no good. Rebound, J.C. Chatham. J.C., nice behind-the-back dribble as she tries to shake off Sarah Wilson, who's on her like glue. That's Darren Macy. Now up to Smits. Now to Morgan Duckett. Finds an open Hardiman under the basket. Up and in. And that's good ball movement. That's how you beat the press with pass, pass, pass. And they did a good job there. For Green River, it's Wilson baseline jumper. That's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Hyla Chatham comes away with it. Chatham up ahead to Joanna Smits. Pass too strong for her. Crowder tracks it down, and Green River's going to come back the other way with 40 seconds left in the opening frame. Inside pass, Macy finds Angelovich. Far side to Wilson. Wilson working on Hyla Chatham baseline. Now a whistle, and I think Chatham reached in and got a piece of Sarah Wilson. It'll be Chatham's first of the afternoon. Jackson's second. Inbounds pass here for Green River. They quickly right back at it. Sarah Wilson, bounce pass to Macy. Her pass intended for Strauss, picked off by Hyla Chatham. Hyla's going to wait for numbers. Gives the ball back to her sister, JC Chatham. JC bounce pass near side here, baseline to Joe Smits. Her pass intercepted by Angelovich, and she was taken off, but before she could get anywhere, she got fouled. That's on Joanna Smits. She picks up her first. And with 18 seconds, Green River with the ball and the lead by 7. Audrey Forrest checks in for Joe Smits, who drained 2 threes in a row, and she has 8 points to lead all Jackson scorers. Here's Katie Strauss. Katie working the ball on J.C. Chatham, drives all the way to the baseline, now kicks it out to Wilson, inside Angelovich. Her puts up a shot. She's triple teamed, gets her own rebound, and makes it go. Kelsey Angelovich, tough in the paint. Last second heave by Audrey Ford is going to come up short, and that's how we'll end the first. After 1, it's Green River 19, Jackson 10. We'll be back. You're listening to Jackson Hole Bronx Sports on the home of the Bronx, KZ95. It's simulcast with KUGR.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
We're back here for the start of the second quarter. Once again, we are also video streaming. You know, if it's not enough, we're going to try to video stream for the first time ever. And we're simulcasting, I believe, to our friends down there in Green River. KUGR on 104.9 FM and 1490 AM. Good to have you along, Green River. Missing a good ball game. Your Lady Wolves lead it 19-10 over the Lady Bronx. It's Jackson basketball. Carson Breeding will inbounds from the half court. To find our live stream, go to Jackson Hole Radio Facebook page, and I believe I've put a functional link there. If not, I'm going to mess around with it some more, but try that. J.C. Chatham working out top of the key on Sarah Wilson guarding her. Now it gets it to Breeding. Carson Breeding going to drive the lane. Gets a little bit of resistance from Strauss. Puts up a shot anyway. No good. Rebound, Crowder. Her and Angelovich were fighting over it. And finally, Tiana Crowder said, we're on the same team. There's Katie Strauss. Long 3. That won't go. Rebound, Crowder. Pulls it back out, reset. Darren Macy will try a 3. That misses. And Green River with another rebound as they'll get yet another look at the bucket. Sarah Wilson inside pass to Angelovich. Kelsey turnaround shot, no good. Green River rebound. Macy saves it. And Sarah Wilson now. How many looks at the bucket is Green River going to get? Crowder puts a shoulder into Breeding and making a shot, but Carson held her ground. The shot was no good, but now a pass is stolen. Green River's got it back. And Kelsey Angelovich up and in as Jackson just too careless with the basketball. Turnovers been the issue all season and tonight. That pass from Breeding is blocked by Macy. That Darren Macy is very athletic. We just touched a little bit on the Green River Wolves defense. As far as points allowed, it's not ranked that great. They allow about 41 points a game. Green River will score 49.5 a game on average. But just the uncontested shot, you never get an uncontested shot against Green River. They got their hands in your business always. Here's Emma Genser passing to Chatham, to Forrest, now to Smits. Perimeter passing now as Jackson tries to get a look inside. J.C. Chatham drives the lane, and on the way there, she bumped with somebody, and that's going to be a whistle and a Lady Wolves foul. 6:29 to go in the half. It's 21-10. Green River in the lead here in Jackson. J.C. Chatham will inbounds from underneath her own basket. Foul was on
40.
Crowder, her first. That pass. I do not know what happened there. Gracie Hardiman checks in for Emma Genzer, who had come into the game briefly. Green River basketball. And Katie Strauss will bring it up slowly to half court. J.C. Chatham will meet her there. Man-to-man defense by the Bronx the whole way here. Here's Darren Macy, far wing. Top of the key to Strauss. Katie Strauss holds the ball above her head, looking for somebody inside. It's just not there. She wanted Counts. Now she finds Counts. Megan kicks it back out here to Gabrielle Heiser, starting 5 back in the game for Green River. Heiser trying to work her way around Audrey Forrest. She escaped her briefly, and Audrey put a hand on her. If that was hockey, it'd be a hooking call. But it might just be holding. Audrey Forrest's first foul of the game. Team 4th. Inbounds pass to Strauss. Katie, nice turnaround jumper. That's a beautiful shot. The awareness of where you are, how far the basket is away, just a turnaround jumper, kiss the glass with it. Just a beautiful basketball shot, makes it 23-10. Coach Huggins upset about something as Forrest and Katie Strauss bumping into each other. And maybe some bad blood boiling.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. That was a second on Katie Strauss.
Strauss picks up her second, and these two teams, as we said, likely to meet each other here in another couple of weeks when the playoffs start. So they've seen a lot of each other and more to come. Here's Gracie Hardiman in the pivot. She gets back out to Audrey Forrest, now to Breeding. Breeding gets a pick from Hardiman. Runs into Megan Counts and says, I'm going to try something else. There's J.C. Chatham, top of the key. 3 is no good. Rebound, Katie Strauss. Katie brings it up over the timeline. Now looks for Heiser, partially deflected pass, but it does get there. Gabby to Counts. Now over here to Darren Macy. Inside to Crowder. She's double-teamed, but turns the other way, and her left-handed layup won't go. Out of bounds off Green River. Crowder did a good job. Double team. She just spun the other way and tried the left-handed layup, but she couldn't get it to go too strong. Jackson ball. Strauss checks out for Green River and Wilson back in. Here comes more full court pressure. All 5 of the Green River Wolves are on the back court, on Jackson's side of the court. Pass up to Smits off her hands. She tries to save it, and Hardiman does help her out here. Gracie getting double teamed, but gets it to Audrey Forrest. Her 3 is good, and man, she drained that. The net barely moved. Audrey Forrest with her first points of the afternoon with just under 5 to go in the half. It's 23-13, 10-point game. Sarah Wilson lost the handle momentarily. Now gets it top of the key. Three ball from Heiser, no good. Rebound Jackson. Here comes Breeding all the way, and she's bumped by Gabby Heiser. And that'll be a foul on Gabrielle, the 5'6" sophomore. Picks up her first.
Yep, her first.
Heiser has 4 points, 1 foul. Jackson ball, J.C. Chatham inbounds to Breeding. She tracks it down. Carson gets a pick from Hardiman, doesn't use it. Over here to Joe Smits, near wing. Smits pass inside intended for Hardiman, never had a chance as Megan Counts was all over Gracie. And Counts, I don't have a height stat on her, but she is taller than Gracie Hardiman. Megan Counts has got to be 5'11" or nearing 6 foot. I'm watching her standing next to Carson Breeding now. Counts has got to be 5'11". Gracie Hardiman puts up a tough shot in the paint. Won't go. Out of bounds, Green River. That's some tough work. We said it would be tough going there. Anything down low, well, you're talking about Tiana Crowder, Gracie Hardiman, Carson Breeding, Megan Counts. There's some giant girls down there down low, and they all play physical basketball. Green River the ball. Heiser, bounce pass inside to Counts. Beautiful layup over the top of Breeding, but it's too strong, no good. Rebound Jackson. Forrest fires way up ahead for Chatham, who is fouled on her way to the rack. Sorry, I'm banging into a couple things. With 4:08 to go in the half, it's a 10-point game, but Chatham to the line. J.C. Chatham just a 27% free throw shooter, but she gets the first, splashes the net with that. J.C.'s first points on the afternoon. Changes for Green River, and Jelovich replaces Crowder. Second shot from the line. J.C. Chatham misses this one. Rebound, Angelovich. Works it up ahead here to Macy. Darren Macy.
Oops.
Over the timeline. Far side looking for Heiser. Gabby Heiser now to Macy. She'll try a three off the front of the iron. No good. Audrey Flores with a rebound to Breeding. Now to Duckett. Up ahead to Chatham, who puts his shot up. JC can't get it to fall. Duckett rebound put back is no good. Out of bounds. Green River ball. Jackson had two good looks there. They're doing a good job breaking the press finally, but they cannot get a bucket at the other end of it. And here comes Green River with 3:40 to go in the half. They're up 9. Wilson tries to pass into Angelovich. Never got there. Intercepted. Joe Smits has it for Jackson. Joanna bounce pass to Forrest. Thought about a three. Now she'll take it over the top. So Megan counts, and she gets it. Megan had a pretty good coverage on her, but Audrey just put it right up and over. Here's Sarah Wilson for Green River going all by herself. Little runner in the lane, won't go. Rebound, Breeding and Angelovich both hit the floor. And that's either a tie-up. No, it's going to be a foul, and it's on Breeding. It could have been either one of them as they were battling for the ball. And both hit the deck. Carson Breeding's first, team fifth. Both teams with 5 fouls here in the first half. Inbounds pass coming to Wilson, Sarah Wilson. Back out, top of the key to Counts. Now far side, Macy. Baseline three, Gabby Heiser. Good! And Gabrielle Heiser has her 7th point of the afternoon, her first 3. Hyla Chatham, ball out of bounds, and they're going to say Heiser touched it last. Jackson still has it. Just under 3 to go. It's a 10-point game. 26-16. Green River lead it. Jackson with the ball. Morgan Duckett. Picked up by Angelovich. Morgan puts a move on her. Now bounce pass to Hyla Chatham. Hyla wants a cutter. She gets one in Smits but can't make the pass as Sarah Wilson was right with her. Now a turnover. Duckett lost the ball to Angelovich. Duckett stole it back. Morgan puts up a shot. No good. And now a foul as Darren Macy gets hacked by Morgan Duckett. This game getting very physical. Referees, for the most part, letting them play, but that one too obvious as Morgan Duckett got a piece of Darren Macy. And she'll pick up her first. 2:35 to go in the first half. In a 10-point game, Green River with the ball. Angelovich, 18-footer from the top of the key. Good. And Kelsey Angelovich is hot off the bench right now for Green River. Ball stolen away by Darren Macy. She gets swiped in the face by Joanna Smits, but she's okay. Megan Counts, layup, no good. Rebound, Carson Breeding. Here comes Carson. She lost the handle momentarily, now goes to the floor, saves it, but they're going to call travel. She was just rolling around too much on the ground, and that's a travel. It'll turn it over to Green River. 28-16. Jackson doing a good job of hanging with this number 1 ranked team, but can't quite close the gap. Sarah Wilson to Counts, inside to Angelovich. She'll put up a little shot over the top of Breeding. Beautiful. Kelsey Angelovich right now is on fire in the down low post. Here's Audrey Flores. Her shot, she was almost out of bounds, but the rebound, Breeding. What a putback as Audrey put up a prayer of a layup, missed it, but Carson Breeding was right for the putback. Now another foul on Duckett. She's going to pick up her second quickly here. And Green River's in the bonus. So that'll send to the line Megan Counts, the 5, I'm going to call her 5'11 junior, is averaging 9.9 points a game. She's a 68% free throw shooter. Duckett checks out now with 2 fouls. Bailey Chamberlain is in to replace here, and here comes Counts, her first one from the line. Megan eyes it and gets it. That's her 3rd point of the afternoon. 1:38 to go. It's 31-18 Green River. Megan's second from the line is good. Counts converts both. Full court press on again. Gracie Hardiman gets past it, though. She's going to dribble over the timeline. Now loses the handle, but Breeding helps her out. Carson's going to try a turnaround left-handed shot, but it won't go, and it goes straight out of bounds. With 1:25 to go, Green River ball. They lead 32-18. The Wolves. Macy inbounds to Angelovich, or to Heiser, rather. Gabby over the timeline. And now works it up to Sarah Wilson. Wilson Trying to find somebody open. Top of the key to Heiser. Gabby's going to try a long three. That fails to draw iron, but Megan Counts is right there for the rebound. She gets it to Angelovich. Back to Megan Counts. Counts drives the lane, picks up too many defenders for her liking, so kicks it back out to Macy. She drives to the rack and can't get the layup to go, but a foul. Darren Macy will go to the line with 1:01
That'd be on Gracie Hardiman.
to go. Hardiman picks up her second. No.
Her first.
First. I'm just used to her having more than her second. Darren Macy, 75% free throw shooter. Yet to score this afternoon, but she is lights out from the charity stripe and proves it right there as she splashes the net. Audrey Forrest checks out for Jackson. J.C. Chatham replaces her, and here's the second from the junior, Darren Macy. That one's good as well. And it's 34-18 with just under a minute to go. Full court press again, giving Jackson trouble, but they get out of it. Nice passing here. Bailey Chamberlain walked with it as she put up a layup. It didn't go anyway, and she's going to get whistled for traveling. Good job by the Bronx to break that press with passes. Bang, bang, bang. I like it. They've handled the press much better as the game has progressed. Here's Sarah Wilson. She tries a long three. No good. Rebound, Carson Breeding bumps into her own girl, now into one of the Green River Wolves, Sarah Wilson. And now Breeding up ahead to Joe Smith. She'll try a three off the front of the rim. No good. Good. Want to touch it? She was right. Last touch by the Bronx. So Green River with the ball. 30 seconds to go in the half, and they lead it big, 34-18. Here's Heiser putting on a dribbling clinic now to Angelovich. Her 15-footer, no good. Rebound, J.C. Chatham, but she's out of bounds. And Green River gets the ball with 19 ticks left. I thought the Wolves would play for a last shot, but when they see a shot, they take it.
Oh, I don't like the look of that.
Oh, J.C. Chatham, who tried to save that ball out of bounds.
It's her ankle.
And that's that ankle again. It was the left ankle earlier in the season, and she is down and
she's
doing the heaving breathing. Yeah, she's hurt.
She's shaking it, yeah.
She is not likely to return. That's the same thing. She turned that ankle earlier in the season. You know, the ankles, they take so long to get better.
Yes. Oh,
Now
that
that looks like the right ankle, and I believe it was her left ankle earlier, but I don't want to play doc. She's hurt. She's hurt pretty bad. They need to get her weight off of that ankle. She's going to take a seat as the assistant coach is helping her get off the court. That's too bad. It's been an injury-plagued season for many of these Lady Bronx. Kusi, the senior guard, has not seen action in quite a while. J.C. Chatham's missed a couple, 3 games with that ankle, and now looks like she's going to be down again as the playoffs near us. 19 seconds, Green River with the ball. Inbounds pass here to Wilson. Gets a 3-ball off. That's no good. Rebound, Audrey Forrest. Audrey gets double team, works her way out of it with a dribble, and now a reach-in foul. Megan Counts the guilty party. She'll get rung up for her first. And with exactly 10 seconds to go, Jackson has the ball with Audrey Forrest inbounds. Forrest works it to Bailey, and Bailey travels. I didn't see that, but I did see Audrey Forrest fake like she was going to put the ball in Megan Counts' face. Counts didn't like that too much, and now Megan leaning on Breeding. Megan Counts very physical. Here's Green River running layup by Macy won't go, and Jackson with time running out. Joe Smith heaves one from half court, and it's no good. That's the way the half will end. Right now with J.C. Chatham, a wounded warrior, and this game getting more and more physical. I'm excited to see what comes of the second half as these two teams are starting to develop some bad blood. At the half, it's Green River 34, Jackson 18. We'll be back with a halftime show on KZ95 and KUGR.
Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates is proud to bring you live coverage of Jackson Hole High School basketball on KZ95 as a supporter of the relentless students and athletes in the area. Affiliated with the most recognized name in the real estate industry, Century 21 Jackson Hole provides unique listings, exclusive services, and exceptional results. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates will put their love for the area and lifetime of Jackson Hole knowledge and experience to work for you. Go to c21jh.com to view their listings or contact Ted Dawson, Ked Hobson, Denisha Anderson, and Dawson Smith at 307-732-8181 or email teamjh@c21jh.com. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates. Find your place with them.
We're back here courtside, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, where the Lady Bronx doing a pretty good job hanging with Green River for a while, but the Wolves, boy, they're just so many ways they can get you, so many weapons. They're good on defense, and they got some offensive firepower as well. At the half, it's Green River 34, Jackson 18. Good news for the Bronx is they usually come out of the half a much different team. They're a good comeback team. They're just a team that never quits. I would expect them to come out and make a good run in the third quarter. But we shall see. I'm still trying to mess around with this video stream, but that doesn't help the folks listening on radio. Thank you for joining us. Those of you listening on KZ95, 95.3 FM, hello and welcome to the future. You old dinosaurs listening on regular radio. Are you kidding? How about those of you on the live audio stream, KZ95.live. Love to have you on board with us. And I know we got some Green River fans down there listening on KUGR 1814 AM 1490 and 104.9 FM. Welcome and good afternoon, you Green River fans listening on KUGR, home of the Green River Wolves. So, at the half, here's what your stats look like. Let's start with our Jackson Lady Bronx. Oh, I love to see Joanna Smith shooting that three ball. Good for her.
She's got 8 points of the afternoon.
Go, Joe. Wait, I got her. Yeah, I got her two from distance, one from the field. Joanna Smith's leading all scores for the Jackson Lady Bronx. She's got the hot hand. I want to see more of it. What else you got?
Audrey Forrest actually has 6, 2 threes down there too for her.
Forrest with 6.
Carson Breeding added a bucket at 2. So did Gracie Hardiman, and JC Chatham had got one of her 2 free throw attempts.
Yeah, well, I was impressed by the way that Coach Huggins got the Lady Bronx to adjust to that press. It's given them trouble all year, but I thought they did a good job of figuring it out.
They really did. They only lost the ball once during that press. So.
Early, costly turnovers, but then, they did figure it out, and they did make some beautiful passes. They just got to get some shots to fall, and I love Joanna Smith just shooting the ball. Good for her. Let it rip. Let it fly, girl. Over on Green River, I wish they wouldn't shoot it so much. Oh, my. I know Angelovich has had a heck of a game off the bench.
Yeah, she's got 10.
10 already.
10. Followed by Gabrielle Heiser with 7. Crowder has 6. Strauss has 5. We got Counts with 4. And Macy has 2.
All right. Well, they're really spreading the scoring around. And they kind of do that. They've kind of done that all year. I know Katie Strauss leads them in scoring by a long shot with 14.5 a game, but it always seems that Crowder shows up against us. I don't know what it is, but Tiana Crowder, the 5'9 senior, always has a big game against Jackson. She's got 6. And those are 6 tough points, 3 tough baskets, because it's all down low in the paint where everything is contested. And Angelovich, she didn't start this game, but off the bench, the 5'8 senior has been deadly, leading all scorers. Gabby Heiser's been good. She's got 1 from distance. Katie Strauss, normally the 3-ball shooter on the Wolves, has just the 1 from beyond the arc. for the 5 points. So we're keeping an eye out for a Century 21 Relentless Player of the Game. From those of you listening on KUGR, that's our MVP of the game. Century 21's Relentless Player of the Game. We're thinking right now, I'm liking Joe Smits. I like Audrey Forrest for the Lady Bronx. For the Lady Wolves, my goodness, Angelovich has been absolutely relentless in the first 16 minutes of this one, but still more to play. So we'll see as we're trying to figure out who is the Relentless Player of the Game, the Century 21 Relentless Player of the Game. We'll be back, talk some more sports here as we got the live stream going. I'm going to check that out and let you know how you can get there officially, but I think it's working. I think we're working it pretty good. But we'll see. Second half just minutes away here in Jackson as the Green River Wolves lead the Jackson Lady Bronx 34-18 at the half. You're listening to Bronx Basketball on KZ95 and KUGR.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Call 511 or download the Y.511 app for road information at your fingertips. Buckle up every trip, every time, and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive, not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by Y.Dot.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
All right. I think, there was one.
Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates is proud to bring you live coverage of Jackson Hole High School basketball on KZ95 as a supporter of the relentless students and athletes in the area. Affiliated with the most recognized name in the real estate industry, Century 21 Jackson Hole provides unique listings, exclusive services, and exceptional results. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates will put their love for the area and lifetime of Jackson Hole knowledge and experience to work for you. Go to c21jh.com to view their listings or contact Ted Dawson, Ked Hobson, Denisha Anderson, and Dawson Smith at 307-732-8181 or email teamjh@c21jh.com. Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates. Find your place with them.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
All right, we're back for the start of the second half. I think I was messing around with the video, and I think I cut our radio broadcast out for a little bit, but we should be back on. Green River, the basketball, they're going to turn it over with a travel here as we start the second half of play. 34-18 Green River. Your play-by-play guy's a hot mess right now. Okay, I got to figure it out.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so. It's hard to do like 1,000 things at once. All right, Darren Macy inbounds pass to Counts. Megan Counts works it out to Heiser. Flips it far side, inside of Counts. Turn around, layup over the top of Breeding is good, and Megan Counts has her 6th point of the night. Double team here, traps Flores. Her pass to Duckett is wrestled with. It's Crowder and Morgan Duckett. And they're going to jump that one. Possession arrow in favor of Jackson Breeding. Bounce pass to Audrey Forrest. Forrest in the backcourt now needs to hurry up. Gabrielle Heiser picks her up. Cross-court pass to Morgan Duckett. She's over the timeline with Macy on her. Morgan Duckett dribbling far side. Now top of the key to Audrey Forrest. She'll try a long three. It's good. And Audrey from distance is starting to feel it. That's her 3rd triple. Green River with the ball.
Second.
Megan Counts puts one up and in. And Counts answers. And it's 38-21. There's a steal and a shot by Katie Strauss. Is short, but the rebound is knocked out of bounds. Forrest hit the deck. It'll be Jackson basketball. Carson Breeding will inbound here. Carson looking for somebody open. Full court press on again for the Wolves. Duckett. She'll dribble her way out of it. Now passes up to Joanna Smith. Smith has to track down the pass, but does. Pass inside to Hardiman, working on Crowder. The shot no good, but Tiana's going to pick up a foul. She has a bewildered look on her face. Her 3rd. Crowder didn't think so, obviously, and they're going to go get her as Gabrielle Heiser ready to check in. To the line, Hardiman, 52% free throw shooter. Has 2 points on the night. On the afternoon, her first is no good. And now Kelsey Angelovich does check in for Tiana Crowder, who comes right over with her palms upraised to Coach Rick Carroll saying, I don't think I did anything. And they're still continuing conversation at the bench. Second shot from Hardiman is no good, and the rebound, Megan Counts. Counts, dishes off to Macy. Darren Macy pushing it up court. Hands it off to Counts, gets it back to Macy. Now inside to Strauss. Turnaround jumper, no good in the paint, but she gets hacked.
That would be by Gracie.
She'll go to the line. Hardiman, her 2nd foul. Strauss, the best free throw shooter on this team at 78%, and she buries the first, no problem. 6:36 to go in the 3rd. 39-21, Green River lead it. Katie Strauss, the left-hander. Second one, no good. Somebody stopped the presses. Katie Strauss has missed a free throw. Carson Breeding brings it up for Jackson. Now peels back as she's got Macy all over her. Bounce pass inside to Duckett. Duckett drives the baseline, kicks it out to Forrest. Her 3 is good. Audrey Forrest with another from distance. And it's 39-24, 15-point game. Pass by Strauss almost off the hands of Heiser, but she saves it. Katie Strauss tries a long 3 from the far wing. That's short. Rebound Hardiman. Jackson coming the other way. Forrest wide open. Had a run on everybody, but now had to slow down to get the handle. She drives the lane. Her shot, a whistle, and I don't think that shot ever got off. This is before the shot, I believe. We're going to push-off foul before she ever got the shot off. And who's it on? We're not sure. 5:55 to go in the 3rd. Carson Breeding will inbound here for Jackson.
Macy. Darren Macy.
Darren Macy picks up the foul. Breeding, pass to Duckett. Bounce pass to Joe Smits. Inside to Carson Breeding with Counts on her. Up and in, but she traveled. Oh. Good job to put one over the top of Megan Counts. Those two ladies, that's a 6-footer going over the top of a 5'11 girl, and it was a beautiful play, but Carson just walked. No basket. Here's Angelovich. She gets triple teamed. Her pass out to Megan Counts. Counts drives the lane, kicks it out to Heiser. She tries a 3. It's good. Sorry, that's Macy. Darren Macy with the 3. And a good kick out to find the open Macy. That pass stolen away by Green River. Angelovich has it, and she gets pulled down by Morgan Duckett, and Duckett helps her up as those two collided in the backcourt. Morgan draws her third foul of the afternoon. Huggins looks up at the scoreboard, saw that, and you know he's going to replace Morgan here in a minute. Katie Strauss working on Duckett now. Her dribble in the lane, loses the handle. Now there's a pile up, and Jackson comes out with the ball. Here comes Audrey Forrest. That was Morgan Duckett over the back of
Gracie Hardiman.
Those two blondes colliding in the lane. Joanna Smits tries to set a pick for Audrey Forrest. Didn't work. Pass inside. Now back out to Audrey. Her three, no good. Whistle, and that might be a 3-foul shot whistle there, and I think it is.
Yeah, it's on Macy.
Darren Macy picks up her second foul, and that'll send Forrest to the line to shoot 3 as she was in the act of shooting one from beyond the arc. Audrey Forrest is a 51% free throw shooter. Jackson trail by 42-24. What's the math there? Audrey makes the first. 4:54 to go in the third. The second one from Audrey is also good. Rattles around and falls. Forrest now leads all scorers for Jackson. She's starting to heat up. I have her for the 4 threes, but you say 3 threes. So.
Yeah, they gave her only 5 in that first, so I have her as 4 too, but they...
Oh, so one of them's a 2.
One of them was a 2.
Okay, here's the third and final free throw shot from Forrest. She hit them all. Good job by Audrey. And Jackson is pulled within 15. Megan counts. Near side of Wilson. Bounce pass inside looking for Macy. That's off her hands. Breeding steals it, but I think Carson stepped out of bounds. She did. It'll be Green River ball. Darren Macy into Sarah Wilson. Drives the lane. Runs into Hardiman. Kicks it back outside. Macy baseline 3. In and out of the cylinder. No good, but the rebound is Macy. And Green River will reset. Gabby Heiser puts a move on Forrest. Now puts up a 20-footer. No good. Rebound is Duckett. She fought her own teammate and then 2 Green River players. Finds Audrey Forrest ahead. She can't save it, however. Taps it right into Sarah Wilson's hands. Wilson works it up ahead to Katie Strauss. Far side baseline to Gabby Heiser. Back up to Strauss. Top of the key 3. Nobody in her face. She takes it, and it's no good. Megan counts with the rebound. Here's a 3 ball from Macy. That won't go. And Duckett pulls down the rebound. She gets double teamed but works her way out of it. Morgan Duckett up ahead to Audrey Forrest. She tries a 3 from the wing. No good. And Forrest hits the deck, I think. Macy banged into her. That'd be Macy's 4th if it is.
Her
third. It is Macy who knocked over Forrest in the act of shooting. This should be another 3 at the line. It's Darren Macy's 3rd foul now. We told you this game was getting more and more physical. Here's Audrey from the line. She made all 3 last time. This time, no good off the front of the rim. Her second of 3. That one's through. Splashes the net. Tiana Crowder will replace Darren Macy as Macy has picked up her 3rd. Here's Forrest with her final free throw shot. That one is no good. Rebound, Sarah Wilson for Green River. Wilson pushes the pace. Now gets run into by Duckett. There's the whistle. And Morgan Duckett's going to pick up this foul as
her 4th.
Sarah Wilson stopped. Morgan did not. Morgan was right behind her. And Wilson put on the brakes, and Morgan Duckett just ran her over and picks up her 4th foul. And Coach Huggins gets her out of the game, replaces her with Hyla Chatham. Here's Crowder in the lane, triple team, so she kicks one out to Megan. Counts, but it's out of bounds, last off the hand of one of the Jackson Bronx players. So Green River's still with the ball. 42-28. Green River leads it with 3:38 to go in the third. Baseline 3 from Sarah Wilson is short. Rebound Jackson. Audrey Forrest with the ball. Green River's been so good with the offensive boards. Jackson finally gets a rebound. Joe Smits pushes it ahead to Hardiman. Over the top of Crowder, no good. Rebound Smits, that's partially blocked. And now Breeding tries one and she gets fouled. And I think Counts is going to pick this one up.
Yes.
To the line, Carson Breeding. That's the second foul on Megan Counts. 5th team foul of the half. And Breeding to the line. She's a 50-50 shooter. Hits about half her tries. And she's got this one. Splashes the net. Carson's 3rd point. She's been quiet since the first half.
She's got quite a few rebounds, but not the buckets.
Brooklyn Hill's still on the bench. We normally see her. That shot won't go. Her second, and here comes Sarah Wilson. Wilson, cross to Heiser. She'll try a long 3. No good. Rebound, Joanna Smits. Gets it to Gracie Hardiman. Hardiman pushes the ball up court to Breeding. Carson Breeding. She drives the lane. Nobody there. Up and in. Good job. Carson Breeding just blew right by Megan Counts to put that layup up and in. And Jackson trying to crawl back into this has cut the lead now to 11. Baseline 3 from Sarah Wilson fails to go, and Audrey Forrest sky high for the rebound. Audrey gets hassled there by Heiser. Now a double team on Smits and a whistle.
Timeout.
Timeout Huggins. He didn't like the way that was going as Joanna Smits was double teamed all the way back in her own end. Short timeout will stay here. 2:40 to go in the third. It's 42-31. The Lady Bronx slowly crawling back into this. And that's saying something as you're looking at the bottom feeders of the 4A right now. Jackson currently ranked 16 of 16 teams in the 4A, and Green River ranked number 1 anyway in the 4A Southwest.
We're only behind by 11.
Only down by 11. Coach Carroll puts on the floor Sarah Wilson, Tiana Crowder, Katie Strauss, Gabrielle Heiser, and Megan Counts. For Jackson, it's Hyla Chatham, Carson Breeding, Audrey Forrest, Joanna Smits, and Gracie Hardiman. Full court press here by the Wolves. Hyla Chatham, double team, but gets the ball up to Audrey Forrest. Forrest pushes the pace, goes all by herself, drives the lane. Her shot won't go. The layup just hung on the rim and wouldn't fall. Green River the other way. Sarah Wilson gets run over. Carson Breeding, the guilty party there. That'll be her second. And she's up over the back of Sarah Wilson. It'll be only the 4th team foul, so not yet in the bonus. Sarah Wilson gets the pass. Top of the key to Counts. Thought about a 3, won't take it. Pass to Crowder off her hands, out of bounds. Bounce pass from Counts to Tiana Crowder, and Crowder just wasn't quite ready for it. Off her hands, out of bounds. Jackson ball. Breeding. Bounce pass to Forrest. Back to Carson. Carson facing a triple team. Works it up ahead to Hardiman, who's wide open under the net. Gracie's shot, no good, and Counts has the rebound. Good job breaking the press, but Hardiman just couldn't get it to fall. Here's Sarah Wilson driving the baseline, or rather Heiser, trying to find Wilson with a pass, but it's knocked out of bounds by Audrey Forrest. Far side, Megan Counts working on Hardiman. Now finds Crowder. Ball stolen away by Hyla Chatham. Turnover. Chatham working the ball now. Her pass intended, I believe, for Forrest is picked off, and Megan Counts has this. Counts up to Sarah Wilson. Out to Counts. Her 3 is short. No good. Crowder is there for the rebound, but up over the back is Audrey Forrest to pick up the foul.
Nope, that would be Carson Breeding, her
Sorry.
3rd.
Breeding's 3rd. Emma Genzer is going to replace Breeding. And Jelovich replaces Crowder. Sarah Wilson also comes out for Jackson as Darren Macy returns. Macy will inbounds here, trying to find somebody open. Finally out here, top to Strauss. Katie puts up a 3, rattles in and out, no good. Ooh. Rebound, Angelovich. Can't get that to go, but Hardiman is the reason why as she draws the foul. And the 3rd on Gracie. And that will put to the line Kelsey Angelovich. The 5'8 senior is a 60% free throw shooter. And her first one is in and out, no good. Caroline Forrest will replace Gracie Hardiman. Caroline had a brief appearance in last night's game, and her first and only shot was a good one. She made it I want to see more out of her. Here's Angelovich with her second. Rattles in and out. My goodness, couldn't get it to go. Hyla Chatham with a rebound. She gets the ball stolen away. Green River coming the other way. Heiser, her layup, no good. Rebound, last touch by Emma Genzer, who knocks it out of bounds as there was a mad scramble for it. It'll be Green River basketball. Inbounds here by Heiser, works it to Katie Strauss. Strauss far side counts wide open. Baseline three, no good. Rebound Jackson. Audrey Forrest to Genzer off her hands. And another turnover. But wait a minute. Hyla Chatham has got the ball at the bottom of a pile. And she ties up with Strauss and Jelovich and a little bit of Heiser. All against Hyla Chatham, who gets up out of the pile, wipes her mouth. She got a hand to the face in there somewhere. And now the possession arrow favors Green River. It'll be Darren Macy inbound pass here to Strauss. Katie Strauss working on Caroline Forrest. Baseline here to Counts. 1:04 to go in the third. Still an 11-point game. Haven't had any scoring in a while. Jackson gets the turnover underneath the basket. It's Hyla Chatham. Runs into Megan Counts, who's going to draw the blocking foul. And she didn't think so, but she did not have her feet set. She just stepped right in front of Hyla. That'll be Counts' third foul of the afternoon, and foul issues could come into play here in the fourth quarter. Under a minute to go in the third. Jackson down 11. Hyla Chatham, top of the key. Got Heiser on her. Chatham hands off to Audrey Forrest. Top of the key to Caroline. Back to Audrey. Audrey Forrest with Macy waving a hand in her face. Audrey hands off to Caroline. Now to Hyla Chatham. Hyla gives it to Audrey. Long three. Fails to draw iron out of bounds. That was a tough look. Audrey did not have a good look at it, and it was a long 5 seconds to go in the third. Here comes Katie Strauss to see if Green River plays for her last shot here in the quarter. Over to Darren Macy. Macy with Caroline Forrest guarding her. Macy looking. Now over to Strauss. Top of the key. Katie puts a move on Hyla. Drives the lane over Joanna Smits. The shot won't go, but Joe's going to get whistled. And it'll send Strauss to the line, the best free throw shooter Green River has. She was 1 for 2 last time, however. Statistically, she should make both of these. The lefty puts one up. No good off the front of the iron. Well, how do you do? 42-31. We've been stuck there for a while. Second shot. That won't go either. Caroline Forrest pulls down the boards, but we got whistles, and what's that about? I know we need a substitution here, but that's a live ball. Can't just blow the whistle. What?
Yeah.
Maybe a lane violation the way they're acting because they're going to give Strauss another shot. I don't know. 10 seconds to go in the third. Now they will let Breeding come in for Genzer. It's all really academic here with just 10 seconds left. They're going to give Strauss another shot at it. And Katie makes that one miss. Audrey Forrest with the rebound to Breeding. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Carson's got to put one up here as she tries to get over the timeline. Now heaves one, and it's just short, and that's how the quarter will end. So Jackson does dig into the lead just a little bit after 3 here in Jackson Hole. It's Green River 42. Jackson 31. You're listening to Bronx Basketball on KZ95 and KUGR.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Back to the live action. Once again, we are live streaming. Go to our Facebook page, Jackson Hole Radio Facebook page, and follow the links there. They're somewhere. Jackson Hole Radio Facebook page. You'll have links that'll take you to the YouTube live stream of this game. Here's Jackson with the basketball as we start the fourth. They're down 11. Carson Breeding with the ball. Runs into a wall of defenders, gives it to Joanna Smits. Her baseline jumper goes off the side of the backboard and rebounded by Crowder, who hands the ball to Katie Strauss. Strauss up with it. Katie comes to Darren Mason. Macy thought about passing inside to Crowder. Now she'll take it herself. That layup won't go. And Morgan Duckett battles for the rebound, swinging the elbow. She learned that from Gracie Hardiman. And Duckett again with the ball over the timeline. Morgan a little bit out of control there, and now it's swiped away by Katie Strauss out of bounds, but Jackson ball. Duckett has come to play this afternoon. I would not want to get in her way right now. She looks angry. Duckett sets a pick for Forrest, who gives the old give and go. Duckett's shot is short, however. Katie Strauss with a rebound for Green River. Jackson dialing up some full court pressure here, but Katie Strauss dribbles easily out of it. Gabby Heiser now in the lane, tripped up momentarily. Wilson helps her out to Macy. Her three rattles in and out, no good. And Morgan Duckett with the board. Duckett, she'll bring it up. She's got room to dribble. She'll take it all by herself. Bounce pass into Hardiman. Her shot is no good. Carson Breeding with a rebound, the board and the bucket. And Jackson's closed to within single digits. It's now a 9-point Green River game. Here's Sarah Wilson on the back door, up and in. Somebody lost track of Sarah Wilson. And a nice pass to get her the ball, and she just went right up with a layup at the back door. As Green River has an answer. Here's Joe Smits. Thought about a three. Top of the key to Audrey Forrest. Forrest got Macy on her. Audrey looking. Gets a pick from Hardiman. Doesn't use it. Now kicks it over to Morgan Duckett. Almost lost the handle. Morgan recovers. Bounce pass to Joe Smits. She has the ball stolen by Gabby Heiser, but Heiser stepped out of bounds doing so. So Jackson still has the ball. 6:08 to go in the fourth. This one getting exciting, as Jackson has no business hanging with this team, yet they are. Hardiman gets the ball to Breeding underneath the basket. Turnaround jumper is too short. Katie Strauss with the ball now. Katie brings it up. She pulls up, 15-footer, good. Katie Strauss has an answer and settles things down for the Wolves. It's 46-33 Green River. Jackson, good passing to get out of the press. Up to Audrey Forrest, long three, short, rebound, Carson Breeding. Got bumped into by Macy, and that's the foul. And Darren Macy says, hey, I'm just standing here.
That's her fourth.
Darren Macy's fourth foul in the afternoon will send Breeding to the line. Both teams with 7 fouls here in the half as Gabby Heiser checks out for Green River. Replaced by, not sure who came in for her. Here's Carson Breeding from the line. Her shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Jump ball between Crowder and Forrest, but the arrow favors the visitors. Joe Smits checks out of the game for Jackson. And back in is Caroline Forrest. And here comes Green River with the ball and the lead by 13. Strauss pulls up, 3 shot is good, and Katie Strauss, who's been relatively quiet, is making noise when it counts. Here's Jackson with the ball, loose ball. Caroline Forrest is going to go coast to coast by herself. Good, that's Caroline's first points of the afternoon to make it 49-35. Darren Macy with the ball. Works it to Wilson, wide open for a 3. Sarah misses. Rebound, Hardiman. She lost the handle. And a scramble. Caroline Forrest comes out with it. Carson Breeding with the ball, pushing the pace. Breeding goes by herself. Can't get the layup to go, but Tiana Crowder is going to be the guilty party there. And that'll send Breeding to the line. Tiana Crowder picks up her 4th foul. A couple of these Green River Lady Wolves on the verge of fouling out. Breeding, a 50% free throw shooter. To the line to shoot 2. Her first is in. She throws such a high ball. She almost scrapes the ceiling of the gym when she throws those free throws and again gets them to drop in. Crowder's going to come out, I would imagine, for Heiser. No. They're going to go get Sarah Wilson. Heiser checks in as head coach Rick Carroll going to let these girls ride until they foul out. Here's Breeding, her second. She made the first. This one is no good off the back of the rim. Macy pulls down the board and hands it to Katie Strauss. Strauss had the hot hand, finds a wide open Sarah Wilson who cuts the back door. Sorry, that's Heiser, and her layup won't go. Gabby Heiser and Sarah Wilson, to me, look a lot alike. I'm getting those two confused. It'll send to the line Gabrielle Heiser. The foul is on who?
I think it's on Caroline. Yes.
Caroline Forrest, that'd be her first. Heiser from the line, no good, but the first one off the front of the rim. Heiser is 68% free throw shooter. Averages 5.2 points a game, the sophomore. Eyes it, fires it, and can't get that one to go either. Carson Breeding with a rebound. Carson with Megan Counts on her, works it up to Audrey Forrest. Forrest, Duckett wants the ball under the basket. Audrey can't get it to her. And Tiana Crowder all over her, and the loose ball goes out to Breeding. Carson Breeding, bounce pass to Hardiman. Gracie turns around, got Macy right in her face, but Hardiman goes right to the hole, up and in. And head coach Huggins says, let's take a little break here on that high note. It's 49-38, back to an 11-point game. With this timeout, we'll be right back with Bronx basketball on the home of the Bronx, KZ95 and KUGR.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Jake Nichols with you for Jackson Hole Radio. Kimmy K. Morton's alongside doing video, stats, color, everything. Anything you want to go get me a drink too? We welcome aboard our Green River fans on KUGR, simulcasting down there. Their radio crew couldn't make the trip in this weather. And for us here, well, we don't even call this weather. This is partly sunny. When you get it less than 6 inches, that's partly sunny in Jackson. Happy to bring you the sights and sounds of this action as the Green River Wolves right now nursing a 49-38 lead. They have the ball. Katie Strauss, baseline pass to Heiser. Now comes out top of the key to Macy. Tries one inside to Crowder. Lost the handle momentarily. Now gets it back. Her layup, no good. Caroline Forrest, good defense there to not let Crowder have an open shot. Now Audrey Forrest with the ball for Jackson. Drives the lane. She puts a shot up, no good. Macy was all over her. Despite having 4 fouls, Macy with good defense. Darren Macy with the ball now for Green River. Pulls up, now out to Crowder. Crowder is in a place she's not used to. She was 18 feet from the bucket. She said, I don't normally shoot from here. Megan Counts, turnaround. Sky hook is good over Breeding. Nice job by Megan Counts. And Green River has had an answer every time they've been pressed tonight. Here's Gracie Hardiman, turnaround on shot on Crowder, won't go, and the foul is on Crowder, and she might be done. Yes.
She is done. That's
and
5.
Once again, Tiana did not think she committed a foul, but her night is over, and she finishes the afternoon with 6 points, Crowder. I like the way she plays. She's tough as nails inside. Never gives you a clean shot. Here's Gracie Hardiman to the line. She's 52% free throw shooter, has just 2 points on the afternoon.
Yes, she missed her other 2 free throws.
This one thunks off the front of the rim, no good. That was like a brick. You could probably hear that on our audio. 3:34 to go in the game. Jackson trailed 51-38. Hardiman, her second. No good. Rebound, Megan Counts, the leading rebounder for the Wolves. Hands it off to Strauss. Works it up to Sarah Wilson, who's open. Gabby Heiser, who's open for the shot. It's good, and Green River with a steal here. Megan Counts works it out to Darren Macy, to Strauss. She'll try a long 3. Good! Katie Strauss, and a timeout called by Coach Carroll as his girls have answered. The Jackson Bronx pressed back into this, and the Lady Wolves have answered with authority. We'll take the break with them. You're listening to Bronx Basketball on KZ95, simulcasting with KUGR.
High Country Linen Service has grown with its state-of-the-art facility to be the premier rental service for linens, uniforms, and entry mats. High Country Linen also provides wholesale janitorial supplies, paper products, and earth-friendly cleaning supplies to Jackson Hole, Teton Valley, and beyond. Call 733-2638 or come see us at 355 North Glenwood. On the web at highcountrylinen.com.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx.
I was
sports
taking a look at the Jackson Lady Bronx bench. Those girls are tired. Coach Huggins has gone most of the way with just 5 or 6 players. Usually we see Brooklyn Hills. Have not seen her.
Oh, she's not even dressed on. Oh,
She's
yeah, she is.
there.
She
Doesn't
is.
have her warm-ups off. We usually see some of Caroline. Haven't seen much of her or Genzer. He's been riding the same 6, and they're exhausted. I can tell you that. Here's Carson Breeding with the inbounds pass to Audrey Forrest. She's double-teamed immediately. Works her way out of it with the dribble, and here comes Audrey over the timeline. Good job by Forrest. Now loses the handle, but Gracie Hardiman finds the loose ball. Her little runner in the lane won't go. And the rebound, Katie Strauss for Green River. Under 3 minutes to go now. Strauss to Sarah Wilson. To Gabby Heiser. Doggone it. Ball stolen away. Jackson, and now out of bounds. That's last off of Duckett, I believe. No, they're going to say a Green River Wolf. Last touch, it'll be Jackson ball. 2:41 to go. It's 56-38 Green River. Jackson had pulled within 9. That's the closest they've gotten. Here's Morgan Duckett. Nobody picking her up, so she drives the lane. Her layup is too strong. Rebound, Joe Smith saves it over to Audrey Forrest. Audrey with Macy on her. Audrey putting a couple of moves on. Now she's going to try a drive here. Puts up the shot. Good. Audrey Forrest with the layup to make it 56-40. Here's Green River. Gabby Heiser brings it up. Gabrielle, the Sarah Wilson lookalike, works it to Katie Strauss. She'll take a baseline 3. That misses the mark. Rebound, Angelovich off her hands and right into the hands of Gabby Heiser. She finds an open Counts under the basket. Counts a little 12-foot jump shot. Good. Megan Counts makes it 58-40, an 18-point game. Duckett back to Breeding, over to Forrest, up ahead to Gracie Hardiman. Hardiman makes a run. Only her and Angelovich on that side of the court, and Gracie makes the shot. Jackson doing a very good job of beating that press right now, and Coach Huggins has to be happy with that. The scoreboard won't show it, but Jackson doing a good job of figuring out this Wolves full court press. Katie Strauss going to drive the lane. She goes right to the rack like lightning. She misses the layup, but she gets fouled.
By Gracie, that's her 4th.
By Gracie Hardiman. And Katie Strauss, uncharacteristically, is 1 of 5 from the line, I believe. Something like that.
It's Strauss? Yes, she's 1 of 5.
I mean, she is a 78% free throw shooter. She's 1 of 5. Here's the lefty now, and bango. I opened my big mouth, and she made it. Katie's good with that one. Their best free throw shooter. With 1:27 to go, a 17-point game. Make that an 18-point game as Strauss hit them both. Jackson with the ball now. Audrey Forrest blows right by Strauss on her way to the basket, and it's poked away out of bounds. And I believe last off Katie Strauss. Jackson ball. Morgan Duckett will inbounds. 1:21 to go. And an 18-point game. Duckett under her own basket. Looking. Can't find anybody here. Finally works it out to Gracie Hardiman. Hardiman over to Audrey Forrest. Her 3 off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound, Green River. It's Strauss. Works the ball over to Gabby Heiser. Back to Katie Strauss. Strauss with 1:05. She's going to drive the lane herself. Layup won't go. Rebound fought for. Breeding has it, but so does Katie Strauss. And what are they going to whistle here?
Ooh.
Katie Strauss picks up her 3rd, and with 1:01 to go, it'll send Carson Breeding to the line. Carson hits half and half from the charity stripe. See what she does here.
2 for 5 right now.
Okay. She makes this one, splashes the net with that.
3 for 6.
Carson Breeding hits another one. Well, it's been Breeding and Forrest, again, leading the way for the Lady Bronx in this losing effort so far. Carson's second shot is good, and it's 60-44. Timeout. Coach Huggins will take it with him. You're listening to Bronx Basketball on KZ95 and KUGR.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Call 511 or download the Y.511 app for road information and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive, not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by Y-Dot.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
We're back. Green River has the basketball. And the lead 60-44. 1:01 to go here in regulation. Green River inbounds pass, full court press here for Jackson. Katie Strauss with the ball. Going to work it all the way down quarter south. Bounce pass to Counts. She'll try a baseline jumper. In and out, no good. Morgan Duckett with a rebound, but a whistle as Angelovich hit the floor hard. And try to see who that's on. Megan Cash draws the foul. That'll send Morgan Duckett to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Although, are we in the double bonus? We are. She should shoot 2 here. Morgan Duckett is a 70% free throw shooter, but she missed this one. She's yet to put up a point this afternoon. Here's her second with 51 seconds left. She could cut the lead to 15 with this one. And she does. 60-45, full court press by the Lady Bronx, but Katie Strauss slips out of it with some slick dribbling. Now passes to Gabby Heiser, up ahead to Macy, hands off to Strauss. Strauss cross court to Gabby Heiser. Green River in no hurry to put up a shot. Foul her. She's the last one you need to foul. Now Darren Macy, and it is a run to the roses to try to get a hang of Darren Macy. She's a 75% free throw shooter, but it was as if she was a 25% free throw shooter as both Morgan Duckett and Gracie Hardiman attacked Macy as soon as she got the ball.
That's it for Morgan tonight.
Morgan fouls out on the afternoon. Hyla Chatham will replace her. It's one of those got-to-do-it kind of fouls when you're late in the game. It'll send Macy to the line. She's already converted 2. There's really nobody on this team you can foul. They all shoot the ball well from the stripe. That one is good from Macy. That's only her
6th point.
6th point on the afternoon. She averages, 3.2, I guess, off the front of the rim. No good by Macy there. Macy's game more defense and rebounding. Here's Carson Breeding the other way. Going to run it all coast to coast. The layup won't go. Rebound, Green River. Macy's got the ball, and she gets it to Strauss. They love her to be handling the ball whenever they can. And Strauss is tripped up in the backcourt by
Joanna
Smits. She's okay. She gets up, and she'll go to the line now with 11 and a half seconds to go in regulation. Katie Strauss to the line to shoot more free throws. 61-45. The lefty puts this one up and in. Her second is good as well. And it's 63-45, 10 seconds. Not much time here. Audrey Flores with the ball. Audrey is going to put up a last-second shot. It's partially blocked. Rebound, Macy gets it to Strauss, and that'll do it. This one's a final. The Green River Lady Wolves 63. The Jackson Lady Bronx 45. We'll be back to wrap things up for you. You're listening to Bronx Basketball on KZ95 and KUGR.
Century 21 Jackson Hole Fine Homes and Estates is proud to